Hello, this is Rain. Welcome to Software Architecture Learning Journal by Kotlin. In this series, I'll be sharing what I've learned about software architecture basics using Kotlin. In this video, we'll continue from the previous one where we implemented a sample Toto app with a service-based architecture, and we'll discuss the granularity of services needed to transition from a service-based architecture to a microservices architecture. We'll consider whether the user functionality and session functionality should be implemented as separate services. We'll discuss the aspects of testability, deployability, data ownership, and shared code to determine the granularity of services. Firstly, let's consider testability and deployability. If we combine the user functionality and session functionality into the same service, the number of tests required for each modification and the procedures and risks associated with deployment will increase. From this perspective as well, it's better to have both functionalities as separate services. Next is the aspect of data ownership. The service responsible for writing data typically owns the data. This is to easily maintain data consistency using transactions. Functions like login, log out for sessions, sign up, withdrawal, and edit for users would incur significant costs to maintain data consistency if they're not in the same service. Since the session table references the user's primary key as a foreign key, splitting the session functionality and user functionality would also incur significant costs for maintaining data consistency from the perspective of data ownership as well as fault tolerance. It's appropriate to have functions like validate and log out for session functionality and a separate service from user functionality. The final aspect is the cost of changing shared code. For example, updating each library, which is shared code, would need to be done for each service, thus increasing the management cost of shared code as services are separated. From this perspective, it's appropriate to treat session functionality and user functionality as the same service. So far, we've looked at 7 aspects to consider when determining the granularity of services. Rather than prioritizing one aspect over the others, it's necessary to consider the trade-offs of each aspect and determine the granularity of services. That concludes the explanation for this video. Thank you for watching. If you found this guide helpful, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Stay tuned for more content on introductory software architecture using Kotlin. Until next time, happy coding.